And cue.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the crystal program.
I am the one and only Chris Todd.
You can either talk in the crystal program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of black right back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web, was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove along here, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the crystal program. You can hear the music on the crystal program.
Only Chris Todd.
Play the music on the crystal program.
This is the Chris Top Program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from Clarksville Customs House Museum, downtown Clarksville, Tennessee, Riverfest 2015. I got it all in that time.
Sup?
See, I want your line.
My line is cool.
Yeah, and
It
it's
fits
just,
me.
Yeah,
It fits me.
Yeah. Are you saying you're cool? What?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I'm the coolest of the coolest.
When
Yo.
When did that happen?
Faux shizzle. I'm
Dude,
cool.
These interviews are flying by. We're on the third one now, and it's just like we blink and then it's like done.
I don't like that. It's sad.
I don't either. It is kind of sad. I mean, we're here 3 days, and we've got like a full schedule, but I mean, it's just they just go by too quick.
But you know, once these days are over, we're just gonna have to find another event.
Yeah, we'll have to do something. Yeah, we got to stay busy. See, I like the downtime, but then I like to stay busy too. It makes me feel important. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now, I've got a special guest here with us now, and normally we have musicians on the show, but since we're doing Riverfest, we have to go beyond that. You know,
Above and beyond.
we've got
Well, not really.
some actors on the show, we've got some poets on the show, so I mean, we're going outside of our comfort zone a little bit.
I was trying to say above and beyond, but that doesn't really fit. I mean, everybody's
Kind of fits.
Yeah,
It
but-
works.
yeah.
It works. So Ryan Bowie. Now I was thinking it was Bowie, and I was going to have a hard time like not calling you David. So I'm glad we cleared that up.
It's all right. Every substitute teacher has, so it's fine.
So how are you today, bud?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Now we've been talking a little bit in emails and stuff for the past couple of months.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys lining this stuff up and you coming out here and taking the time. 'cause
Oh,
I know
absolutely.
I know you're crazy busy.
We are super busy at the Roxy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what's a typical day for you?
Oh, gosh. Well, yesterday, today, pretty much any time this week, Tom, John, and myself, we get there between 7:30 and 8 in the morning.
Oh.
We start rehearsal at 10 o'clock in the morning for Oliver. We've got a break from 1 to 2, and then we start rehearsals for another show, Go Dog Go, which is a children's show at 2 p.m. That goes until 4. 4:30, the children that are in Oliver come in, and we're 4:30 to 6:30, but we also have Speakeasy running as well in the evenings. It's already in performance. So me and 3 other actors, we leave rehearsal a little early to prep the stage for a 7 o'clock show of Speakeasy. So John,
my
Tom, and
goodness.
myself are there 7:30 to about 11 o'clock at night.
Every day.
Pretty much.
Every
Monday
day.
through Saturday, yeah.
How do you keep it? Do you do drugs? You do drugs?
Not publicly.
No.
How do you keep? So you look all cool. You got your hat on. You came in. So I knew he was going to look cool. When
Do
he
you
came
do
in.
coffee?
Of course, yeah.
Gonna have to.
We support our local coffee joints downtown.
Now, how is John and Tommy doing? Because it's been years since I probably talked to them. And I did a summer workshop there when I was younger at the Roxy. And then I was in a musical called Student Prince.
Yeah. With
That's
Debbie
been
Dallin.
Years. It's been years.
Yeah.
But that was fun. And that's my Roxy career right there. But I mean, you've done how many shows at the Roxy?
Well, I moved to Clarksville 5 years ago from New York City, and I was in New York City for about 5 years, and then I was in Chicago before that. But at the Roxy, I couldn't even tell you. My job is multifaceted, so I'm the Director of Fundraising and Development, and then I'm also a company member. So just like John is in many of the shows there as well, we all kind of pull double and triple duty to make it happen.
Yeah. I guess everybody has to wear a lot of hats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a small kind of internal management company that kind of gets everything going. But for the last 15 years, the Roxy has been hiring professional actors from all over the country. We go to New York every year. And so the bulk of our casting for most shows are professionals coming into Clarksville, staying here with us, and then they go on and do the next thing.
Now, what brought you to Clarksville? Because it seems like a lot of people would leave Clarksville and go to New York to act.
Sure. Well, I about a year previous to when I actually came here, Tom had offered me a job, and it conflicted with another performance that I already had going on. And in 2010, I was on vacation, and the theater that I was supposed to work at in Missouri ended up closing. Due to financial hard times and all of that. So I was scrambling for work and emailed a bunch of contacts. Tom was one of those, and he said, "Oh, gosh, I just had somebody drop out of Forever Plaid. Can you sing the role?" I had no idea what the show was, but I needed the work. So sure, I'll do it. So I came and did that show. Some other things happened, and they offered me a few other shows. And I guess kind of the joke is I just talked too much about the things that I thought they could do better, and some things that we could do to enhance what they were wanting to have happen. And I kind of put my foot in my mouth, and I bought a house in downtown Clarksville, and here I am. So
There
nice.
you go.
Well, it's good to have you here in the community.
Thank you.
Do you love Clarksville?
I do.
Yeah.
It's very similar to my hometown, so I always felt very at home here. The arts community in Clarksville and Middle Tennessee is fantastic, and that was something that, very openly and welcoming community that just kind of opens not just myself but every actor that comes in to perform at the Roxy. It's one thing that a lot of them say and note about Clarksville, just how lovely people are.
Yeah. Now, okay. So, if somebody wants to spend an evening at the Roxy, I mean, I guess you can order tickets online.
Yep.
Can you do that, or okay? So, how does this all work? I mean, they just show up. Can they buy a ticket at the door? Or are you guys usually sold out? Or
well, it just depends. Clarksville is one of those towns that we've kind of found that nobody RSVPs anymore. And I don't think it's just Clarksville, but a lot of people don't RSVP anymore. So a lot of times it's, you know what? We want to go to the theater tonight. So we could have 40 tickets pre-sold and then be sold out at 150 seats with walk-ins. So it just depends. The best thing to do is always just call the box office. It's 931-645-7699. Katie will help you. She'll even talk you through what seats we've got available. You can also do it online if it's easier that way. Roxy Regional Theater, spelled the fancy way, .org, and you can order all your tickets right there.
okay, now say somebody like me comes in and I want like a VIP kind of setup.
Ooh.
Do you have something like right on the stage where I can sit?
Not on the stage.
No,
on the
not. I
stage.
can't
But
sit.
be a part of
You
the
remember
show.
how close it is. I mean, it's as close as we are here.
Right.
You most of the time you feel like you're a part of it anyway.
Yeah.
But with Speakeasy, that has 3 more performances tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. That's in the lobby. It's more of a cabaret series. So you've got
cool.
cabaret tables and chairs, and you're right in the middle of all of it. It's very
That's
cool.
really cool.
Now, do you get dinner too, or is it strictly the performance?
It's the performance. We've got some little light snacks on the table, and then Budweiser of Clarksville helped us sponsor this show, so you can have an adult beverage or two if you'd like.
There you go.
Okay, sweet. It sounds like fun.
It does sound
it
like
is cool.
fun.
It's all 20s music, lots of kind of bawdy, naughty jokes that kind of get thrown in here and there, and some really great stuff.
Yeah,
Sounds like a great show.
It is.
I'm excited. Now, okay, so out of all the things that you've done, not just at the Roxy, but what would you say your maybe top couple of favorite roles are?
Well, the one that comes to mind first is one that I do here every year. In our 30th anniversary, which was 4 years ago, or 4 seasons ago, we did the Rocky Horror Show, and Tom asked me to play Riff Raff, and I was like, what? Really? No way. I'm not right for that. Because I think in my mind, this guy from the movie, he's hunched over, he's got a bald head. Well, we went the complete opposite direction, and I kind of took a whole new spin on Riff Raff, and it's something that I get to do every year. So that is definitely a top favorite of mine. When High School Musical was very popular, I was doing that a lot. It paid a lot of bills for me.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Who were you?
Ryan Evans. So I'm trying to think what else.
I can see that.
I loved doing a chorus line. That was my first professional gig ever. I played the black guy, but that's all right. You're paying the bills.
Sure,
what
absolutely.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Just do it.
If you're doing what
Right.
you love and you're paying the bills doing it, life
That's
is
right.
good.
I played Hedwig in Hedwig and the Angry Inch here last fall, and that was an absolute dream come true. I've told people, and I've told Tom, if they ever call and want me to do it somewhere else, I'm going to go and do it. So,
They let you out every once in a while?
no way. No,
Heck no.
we're all chained to that building. I mean, absolutely.
It's got to be, loyalty,
Well, yeah, and with 3 people really making it happen, and John and Tom have been there for 33 years, so that's a long time for 2 people to really stay focused on a goal for not only the Roxy but for Clarksville, and on top of that, it's a real testament to the community. You know,
Sure.
the people that have supported it for 33 years.
I have a lot of respect for them. Like I've seen
do
your
too.
guys' website, and I'm like, they're amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
I do too.
Thank you.
I know I was stalking the website, I guess, a few weeks ago, and I noticed that there's some expansion for the Roxy in the works. Is
Yep.
that something that you're still focused on, or is that something
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This project, our new Center for Arts and Education, started probably about 7 or 8 years ago. Before I even came, they started kind of a capital campaign and brought in an architect and really met with a lot of different arts organizations in town, because our hope is for it not to just be an expansion of the Roxy, but really be a cultural center for arts and education. So outside touring groups and musical acts and everybody that you're featuring on this show the next couple days can be featured at this center. So about 2 years ago, the city came to us and Mayor McMillan and said that this was a project that they thought was very important for Clarksville and for downtown revitalization. And we have partnered with them, and so we're in the middle of a study right now, studying 5 different phases of this project and how we make it happen and what does it look like and who's going to pay for it and where does it need to be located. And so
So this is exciting. Now, is this going to happen for sure, or is this something that's probably going to happen?
well, if it doesn't, I think I'm going to get booed out of town. So I guess if I need to, if everybody should call their city councilman and make it known. There's a lot
I'm all
of
about
great
it, yeah.
projects going on in the downtown area right now, but and I'm for all of them. I think they should all happen at the same time. But the Performing Arts Center will really take downtown and the arts community in Clarksville to the next level.
That's really exciting stuff.
Yeah.
And I
The
would
arts-
love anything that we can do to help out with that or
Thank you.
promote it. You just let me know.
I will.
Because we're in the loop now. We're tight, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We
Okay.
tight.
That makes me feel important.
Please don't blow your head up, Chris.
Well, I can't help it.
Your
It
head
just-
is not going to
it
fit
makes
on
me
this
feel important.
stage.
Maybe you can get me like a guest appearance in a show one night or
Yeah,
something.
why not?
Yeah, I could do Little Shop of Horrors. I could do The Plant.
Oh, we just
Little
did
shop-
it.
Yeah,
Little Shop of
maybe next year.
Horrors.
Maybe next year.
Well, a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Maybe in a couple of years, like
No, but
Like,
we always who knows?
Like never.
Voiceover stuff. We always need a radio
Yeah,
announcer or
see, there
anything
you
like
go.
that.
I
yeah.
can do that. I
Yeah,
can do
you
that.
got it.
You just
I've got
let me
your
know.
email address.
Yeah, just
You're
harass
in-
me as much as you
You're
want.
in like Flynn.
Sweet.
Yep.
I love being in the circle.
In like Flynn.
I guess.
Love.
Rian.
Re-in.
Love being in the circle. So, okay, so what would be your dream role? Like your dream part to play? Like if somebody knocked on your door and said, okay, Ryan, we want you to do this. What would it be?
It would be Hedwig again.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, now, would you prefer, like if you had a break in film, would you prefer film over theater?
No.
No?
I've dabbled in film a little bit and some TV and stuff here and there. It's a total different art form. You have to bring everything that you do way down because it reads so large on stage. It's not like
It's like the less is more. Kind
Yeah,
of thing.
absolutely. And
When you feel like you're
I
not
don't
doing
have
enough.
that type of personality. So it was difficult for
You
me.
seem
It was
very animated.
Yeah,
Very, yeah.
It
yeah.
was a great exercise for me, but unless they're going to pay me a lot of money, then
Right.
then we'll talk.
Then
Well, if somebody
theaters
said,
are
okay,
home.
we've got this $10 million contract. for
Okay,
you.
sure, whatever.
okay.
All you have to say is 10 million. And man,
I'm
woman,
good to
animal,
go.
I don't care. We're there.
I'll be a sheep. you
Now,
know?
now, when you were growing up, did you see yourself in the position that you're in now? Did you always know that you would be involved in the arts?
Absolutely in the arts. I didn't realize so early on in my career that I would move out of New York City and take more of a management role on top of everything else. But it's always kind of been my dream to run a theater, a performing arts center, and to continue to hone my craft. And so when this opportunity presented itself 5 years ago, I couldn't pass it up. I'd been on the road a lot. I'd been in tours a lot. I had an apartment in New York that I never slept in because I was always gone. And so to me, it was a waste of money, essentially. So when this opportunity just kind of knocked on the door, I took it and set some roots up, and I'm thankful for that.
Do you ever miss a little bit being on the road? Because it's got to be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing about Clarksville is that we're so centrally located, so we can get to Nashville very easily, kind of get that city fix. I was down just a couple weeks ago and saw Cirque du Soleil, and just the size of the buildings, it just kind of
Right.
took me back. It was very nostalgic, and I think I proclaimed on the street, I miss the city.
I miss the city.
But I do miss traveling. It's tough when you do it for a long time because you're living on a bus and out of a suitcase and in hotel rooms. But now I'm like, ooh, I'd love to go stay a night at the Riverview just to stay at a hotel one night, you know?
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
I'll
Do
call
they
Charlie
hook
up.
you guys up since you're with the Roxy?
Yeah,
Like-
they're very sweet to us. Budweiser of Clarksville and Charlesy over there at the Riverview, they're great. They actually have a Roxy discount, so if people are coming
Nice.
in from out of town to see a show or support their kids that are coming in from all over, you can ask for that Roxy discount.
Oh, how
and
cool is that?
That is super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So-
They're supporting the community like that.
Yeah.
Do you have a room with your name on it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No star?
I'll call somebody at the Riverview and
Yeah.
I'll talk to him.
Thank
for
you.
I'll
Call
get that
somebody,
hooked up.
yeah.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Top floor.
Okay, very penthouse.
No, Charles wants that. I'll take the one below it.
Okay, okay. We'll do it whatever we have to do.
Okay.
Now, do they let you out enough to have like fun? I mean, do you ever get a chance to go to the movies or bowl? I mean, what are your hobbies? Like, what do you do outside of the theater?
What do I do outside of the theater? Well,
Theater?
I'm super actively involved in the downtown. I chair the downtown business association. I'm on the board for the Two Rivers Company, which is also dealing with downtown redevelopment, and a couple other volunteer projects that I do. And with that, it kind of keeps me super busy. So at night, I love to garden, so I do that. I love to cook.
Like at 1 a.m?
No.
When you have your free time?
You know, John always asks me, he says, are you on coke or like acid or anything? How do you get all this stuff done? I think it's youth, and at one point I can actually feel it doing some of these shows right now, rehearsing 2 and being in 1. I know, but I'm not as young as I used to be, and my knees hurt and everything hurts.
Sure.
And but you know, I love the movies. I love to go and just kind of veg out for a little bit.
I'm sure,
Sunday
right
brunch,
on.
unlimited mimosas or Bloody Marys. I'm there.
I've got a question. It seems like every actor has that, funny or embarrassing story during rehearsal. Do you have one?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot. Probably the earliest one was many moons ago in high school, and this has happened many times afterwards. But I jumped ahead in a costume change, and then realized that my scene was happening and I was not on stage, and so I came in and the fly of my pants was still down. That's not so bad. But here's a good one to kind of John McDonald's story. We were doing Christmas Carol. This was probably 3 years ago now. And
That's a good one.
I was playing Bob Cratchit, and he was playing Scrooge. And we do probably 40-some performances in 3 weeks because of all the daytime performances that we do for school groups. And I had the most awful headache. And I said, John, because he always has something, John, do you have like a Tylenol or anything? So he gave me the Tylenol. I took it, and it started to process in my system. He gave me Tylenol PM. And I fell
Sweet.
asleep backstage.
Oh,
And they
shoot.
called my name 3 times to get me on stage. It was the scariest moment of my life.
My heart would have been
So
beating
you
out of my
wake up,
chest.
you wake up out of a dead sleep and realize you got to be on stage.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I'm
Gotta
back.
go.
It's
Mortifying.
like a
is
time
that.
warp. Yeah, pretty mortifying.
Mortifying.
I mean, but lots of things. But the most fun is just to figure out how to cover it up. You know, it keeps you on your toes.
Absolute live theater. I
Right.
mean, it happens.
And it's
Yeah.
good, too, because other actors can kind of help you.
Sure.
And it's a good.
And then they give you a lot of crap afterwards.
Sure.
That's sort of backstage. It's like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're probably like a big family there. I mean, I'm sure there's a core group of actors that you're just like brothers and sisters.
Yeah, right now with this show, we've got some returning favorites. Alicia Kelly, she's been here. I think this is her 14th or 15th show at the Roxy.
She's going to be on the show tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
yes,
good.
she's
Okay.
lovely. Jackie Ostick, she was in one of the first shows that I did here. She's come back a few times. And so when that all kind of happens, it's like, I don't know, friends coming back together, and you just kind of pick up the pieces and
It's
do
a
the next
reunion.
show. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But it's also nice, traveling and being in different companies. You were always the new kid coming in, and you always had to travel to that. And now all of that experience just kind of comes to me. I don't have to go anywhere. I just get to meet a bunch of new people
Makes
that
you feel
come in
cool.
every couple. Sure. Yeah, sure.
Now, if you had 5 minutes to sit down with anybody, and this could be anybody living, dead, throughout history, whatever, cup of coffee, who would it be?
Oh gosh.
Gotta have that coffee.
Got to have the coffee. with
Yeah.
you. I bet if he sits down for more than an hour, he's out. He's got to be.
Yeah. Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah. So you're going old school.
Joan Rivers.
Yeah. So do you like the old,
I love
old
Joan Rivers.
classics?
Well, I think that's kind of where I got my start, was watching those type of old movie musicals, and Mickey and Judy, and just kind of knowing that, hey, that keeps my attention a little bit more than that does, you know? To me, basketball is just squeaking on a floor, and it gets very monotonous.
Amen. I agree.
So
a bunch of people with their squeaky shoes, squeak, 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 and it never ends.
Yeah, or NASCAR.
Sure.
I don't like to offend anyone, but I
Right.
mean, you're in a car going around and around and around.
Right.
I have better things to do with my time.
Sure.
So, yeah, I think that those movie musicals really help. But Mickey Rooney, Dick Van Dyke, absolutely.
Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, Frank's pretty cool. I'd rather have Marilyn and get her side of the story.
Sure.
I don't know who else.
Fred Astaire?
Yeah, it'd probably be Gene Kelly over Fred Astaire.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Gosh.
He's throwing out some cool names. I'm wanting to go home and watch AMC now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
singing in the rain.
Besides for Walking Dead.
Singing in the Rain.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, now if you had, I've already asked you, what would be your dream stage? Like, say, would there be like a dream venue that you would like to perform on at least one time in your life?
I don't think so.
No?
I really don't think that
So you're
there's an
happy
answer.
where you're at? You love the Roxy?
I don't think that so much of what we do is also training young professionals, and also kind of, every step that we take as performers, we should learn something, no matter what age we are. And so for me, what I like to tell, especially the young people that we're working with, it doesn't matter where you're doing it. It could be in a park, it could be on the street, it could be at the Roxy, it could be on Broadway. As long as you're happy in the moment that you're in right now, and satisfied, then I think that that's good. So I don't think it really matters.
How
for me.
fulfilling is that when these young kids come in there and they're looking for your guidance and your direction and you get to help them?
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Starting out very early on, and maybe it was because of youth and that sort of thing, I would have done anything than be in a children's show. I mean, I just don't put me with kids. And maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's like a paternal instinct that's coming out too. But now that I get to see these kids come in, they came in for Sound of Music 4 years ago, a whole group of them. We had 7 different casts of Von Trapp children, so that's a lot of kids that would rotate throughout this performance. And it was a whole new group that then joined our Saturday School of the Arts program. They started interning with us in the summer and doing lots of other things. And now to see how they've become these young adults from like kids that couldn't stop talking on stage to now they're telling the younger ones to stop talking, it's really cool and fulfilling. I mean, it feels like you're making a difference.
Absolutely.
Everything else is just icing on the cake. You're molding and shaping young people, and that's cool.
Yeah, to me, it's neat that because you love theater, obviously, and then you're experiencing every different aspect of it, from teaching to performing. And I'm assuming you've probably directed as well.
I have.
Yeah, so I mean that's impressive.
That is very impressive.
I don't know how you do it. You better do it. Keep doing
the
it while
coffee.
you can.
That's right. That's the coffee.
Yeah, once you hit 40, dude, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna have to like slow down just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But I love to be busy. I love to. I don't know. I'm a list person. I love to write
Sure.
it out. Checking it off the list.
Who
is
says
like
you have
the
to
best.
slow down at 40? I know people that are like 80 years old. They just keep going.
Look, John McDonald will be 70 years old in just a few years, and he is going strong.
As strong as ever.
I mean, painting sets, throwing his body around, doing headstands. Yoga has transformed his life, so he's really taken hold of his body
he's
and
an
all that.
inspiration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, why give up? My grandmother says this. She's like, I just don't know if I can get down and visit you. And it is a long drive. I grew up in Maryland, and that's where they're at. And I said, what? Who cares? Just keep living. My granddad is really the issue because he just wants to sit and do nothing. But my grandmother's very spry. She still wears 4-inch heels to church on Sunday morning.
Well, I mean,
you know?
she's got some great calves.
That's great.
That's where I get mine from. But, just keep going. It's life. You live once.
What kind of advice would you give to a young person that wants to get involved in a theater?
I think try everything once. You never know what's going to become your passion in life, and to discount some is not good, and to think that this one thing is the end all be all is not good.
Find your niche. I mean, there's so many different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you take some acting classes with us. Maybe you won't be an actor, but when you become a teacher, it's going to help you, know how to interact and be on stage, essentially, teaching young people. If you're going to become a pastor, you're going to have to do that. So there's life lessons and valuable information in any and every single thing that you do. It's just kind of weeding out all the stuff to find that one little gem to kind of carry with you through the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I'm going to give you a hug before you go. You just inspired me.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sweet.
me too.
Well, we're going to have to wrap things up, I guess, pretty soon. I know you've got to get back to the Roxy.
Yeah.
So when you go back today, what do you have to do?
Well, we've got Go Dog Go rehearsals that start at 2 o'clock, so we all kind of transform ourselves into these dogs on stage, which is
So you should have come over
lots of
here to
fun.
that. You should have went ahead and just put your
Yeah.
stuff on
Just
before you came over.
In
Right.
costume.
And then
Lovely.
all 19 children for Oliver will join us at 4 o'clock for rehearsal, and then we've got a speakeasy performance tonight. So we're still
Oh, my
we're only
goodness.
about a quarter of the way through. But
Oh, my goodness.
it's a beautiful day in downtown Clarksville, and we've
Sure
got a
is.
great audience coming tonight. And I just encourage everybody to come out and check out. Maybe you came to the Roxy when it first started. It has morphed over the last 33 years into a beautiful professional theater, and we're excited to share that and celebrate 33 years of live theater on the corner of First and Franklin.
So exciting. And if people want to check it out online, they go to where?
RoxyRegionalTheater.org.
.org.
You can like
Okay.
us on Facebook, Roxy Regional Theater.
Okay.
Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of social
Okay.
media stuff that we can't live without.
And if somebody wants to contact you directly, what is your what's your Twitter account?
I don't even know what my Twitter account. I don't use Twitter. I think it's GR Bowie.
We're Twitter buddies, but I think you're right. Is it GR underscore or just GR?
I
Something
think
like
it's
that.
just GR Bowie.
Something like that.
I don't
Yeah.
get Twitter.
I don't really get it either. I just fake it.
He
I just
pretends.
I
Yeah,
link my
I
Facebook
do.
account to my Twitter account so that it seems
so it
like
just,
I'm doing things.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Because I don't really care.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
For
Thank
taking the
you.
time. Hey, and you're in the loop. So anytime you want to be on the show or anything, if there's anything exciting to talk about, you just let us know. And we'll
You
talk
got
about
it.
it or we'll get you back on.
You got it.
Like
via
a
Skype
boss.
or whatever.
Yeah, that
Okay,
sounds
for
good.
sure. I guess I'm doing it this time, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for listening today. We do not, nor will we ever take any of you for granted. I promise you that. So until we broadcast again, which is going to be, I guess, in like 40 minutes from now.
Something like that.
Something like that. Remember this. Life is good. We're gone. Magnolia Emporium, a proud sponsor of the 2015 WABA Awards at legendary BB King's downtown Nashville. The Chris Top program working on being awesome worldwide with a little help from Magnolia Emporium and BB King's.
And keep peace. And keep peace.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can